listening to Kate of Gaia on Critical Mass Radio. The game is up. Now, it's our turn.
Good evening. Welcome to Outside the Box here on Critical Mass Radio. Filling in as I fully thought I was, because I know Chris hasn't been feeling too good lately. So, universe has to keep me hopping on the waves here anyway, because we are at such a point. Indeed, the game is up. It's not down in the physical meat stick literal realms where everyone has their little contracts that they still have to break in their minds, called licenses, bank accounts, agreements, all sorts of physical things, because you're walking around as a physical meat stick. And you see, this is the thing, guys. I'm going to get into this real heavy and hardcore tonight. Hanging out with Mary and Mark here at Ireland. I'm in Ireland right now, also known as Aaron. It's not a coincidence that I'm from there and I have to be there to deliver the heart rendering of the show here. So anyway, I've been having a really, really cool... I just love especially sitting across from people for the first time ever. Well, ta-da, right? Just to watch faces and see the lights go on and keep going on and keep going on, because that's the magic. You see, I'm just here to give people back their magic wands that they kind of set down somewhere for. Where did I put that? Where did I put that? Well, the tranny found it, so here it is. Okay, here's your keys back. And now we're going to go start your carro, your car. You call it car. You know, it's a vehicle. What is a carro? Well, it's spirit. With spirit breath, you travel around in. A vehicle. Oh, but for all the free men on the land, idiots, it's not a vehicle. That's a shut up, meat sticks. Anyway, you know what kind of fun I like to have. So let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Let's play phonics, and to a brand new and wholly new level. Like, I got to tell you guys, the people that are posting. And by the way, I'm going to ask nicely. Don't tag me in photos. If it's got nothing to do with me, don't tag me, okay, on Facebook, because I will delete them. And and it's not I have any issues with the people, just don't do it, because it's very, very annoying, because it messes up my page, and that's just the way I fly, right? Page is open. So here are the new terms for everybody that wants to try to contract with me. If you're going to post something literal on my Facebook page, you better give me a goddamn allegory. And if you don't give me an allegory, I'm going to ask you what's the allegory. And if you still can't answer, then I'm going to delete the post. Or I'll explain it for everybody, and I'll ask you not to post anymore until you can figure it out. It's very simple. But everyone's in such a hurry. Everyone's stuck in the physical. Everyone's got such a hurry to get... Gimme. Drive through truth, Kate. How do I save myself in the universe? Save me. No, I'm not here to save you. Okay, here's the two deals that everybody got into. I'm going to make it real clear, real quick. Real honest, right? The nest. Remember the golden nest that I'm trying to kick your sorry little fledgling birds out of? Get out of my nest. You're shitting all over it. Okay? Time to go and fly all by yourself. I got to tell you about my dream last night, too. Oh, my God. It was awesome. Full lucid, full control, flying, and all the rest of it was awesome. I love those. Okay, so where was I going? I was sort of bitching about. It's just a lot of guys scrolling. It's like I want to see you, the gods, creating your reality instead of having it defined for you. So here it is: the two traps that mankind gets caught with, and they're perfect. They're really, really cool. Watch this. Okay, religion, especially Christians. I love this. Ready? What do they want you to do? Well, they want you to take Jesus as your personal savior, to give yourself to Jesus. Okay, that's a hell of a contract. I'm going to give all to a religiocosis chosenitis viewpoint. Okay, or you have the other option. They don't get you there. They'll get you with the commerce, where you'll sell your soul to Satan. Actually, closer to Saturn. That's what a Saturnian is. Saturn ion, okay? Sat is, listen to Savant's work. He's talked about this before, and he just covered it again. Sat is the original, urn, well, you keep ashes in those, don't you? So if you want to stay with the dead, then you will stay with the god of the dead, the Saturn, or the Saturn ions. It's entirely up to you. I just don't want to do that. I chose my own contract. I will not let anyone defy my reality. For anyone new listening, well, this might be a whole new cupboard full of cupcakes for you. It's all in the sound, everything. The universal law is sound. Phoenician. By definition or definition. You're either of Phoenician or not of Phoenician. It depends on your intent. And you will only start to regain your intent when you start taking a little scalpel to every word. And guys, I have talked about this so many times in so many different ways. And all I'm going to suggest, rather than ask me directly, is just go back. You'd have to listen to maybe a couple of weeks worth of shows, and you'll have all the information you need. This is why I tell people, even brand new people, show up to the table now. Don't deal in the past. Let all the things that you thought you ever knew go, and then start getting into the flow of things here. You know, this is the whole thing. I can prove to you that Rome, the physical Rome, is the Antichrist, and the Christ Rome is in your head. Chi Rho, you know the symbol? They got the reversed Greek letter. Looks like a P. That's the Antichrist. If Rho is spirit breath, then the mirror of that must be anti-spirit breath. And Rho is spirit breath, right? It comes out of Gemini through your Taurus, passing your Ram, right? Created by and then created into the toroidal field. It's really, really simple. I mean, hey, listen, you can't expect to change your reality in creation unless you know how creation works. So we got to go full circle on this. Fa-el. I can make a U sound like an A, like an E, like an I, like an O. It doesn't matter. I can take any of these letters and make them sound like anything I want. Why? Because they do in every word, every language. You mix and match, right? This is basically like I have to go looking for bathing suits. I have to get a certain size top and a certain size bottom, so I mix and match between sizes, you see. Right? I don't have to buy what's on the rack, do I? The Rako? No, I do not. Raka Pharaohs? Pharaoh? Are these all coincidences? No. And the more you do this, the more you start laughing and you start seeing the magic. And then you start taking back your creation. It's like microcosm, macrocosm. Oh, wait, let me slow that down so you can actually hear what I'm saying. That's H-E-R-E, to bring it to self. My, crow, cause, M. Ma, crow, cause, M. So is your crow, are you the crow? Have you made it yours? Have you put the crow mind back on, the crown, the crow N, crown? Or are you still wearing the crown of some dead corpse whore? You got any contracts with that bitch? That's the ISIS. I'm the is. Do you really want your pro se ISIS in law? Yeah, for the creation of ISIS, that's the negative feminine. That's the earthly, the physical feminine. Or do you prefer the isness of yourself? And I have to remind everybody that God is not light. Okay? Now, excuse me, when you're Jesus, the je suis, when you put yourself, the I, back into Jesus, that's when you become the I am, the Aryan, the true Aries. You're all Aryan, duh. It's just a clue. Right? When this character, je suis, Jesus, Jehoshua, whatever you want to call him, when he told you that God is light, well, I guess that all depends on what your definition of is. I remember a certain Bill Clinton saying that. He was absolutely right. I just had to bring it into the now for you. Just like George Bush said it, the Constitution is nothing but a goddamn piece of paper. He was right. And if you think that a piece of paper is going to save you, you're still missing the point. You're still crutching physical reality. Do you need a piece of paper to prove that you're married to someone? Or did you actually, ask and were agreed with? That's the contract. As soon as you agree to anything in this reality, you are in full fucking contract with it. Do you want to go to the movies? No. Oh, no contract. Do you want to go to the movies? Yes. Contract. Do you want to drive with a license? Yes. Contract. Do you want to drive without a license? Yes. Which contracts are you choosing? This game is unfolding so fast right now. I mean, hell, we got the Chinese that have just completely gutted the Fed Reserve notes. That is an allegory, anagogically, of the divine feminine being returned. I mean, hell, you saw the two doves that were attacked. This is a prime example. One was a seagull, or the sea cull, because G can be a K, can be a S, can be a PH, can be an F. I've talked about all this. Remember, Phoenician. Break all the rules, then use all the rules. That's a singularity, right? And there's no way you can put that in words. You just get it. But that's really it. You break all the rules so you can use all the rules. Are you following someone else's rules of how you have to spell a word? Or can you spell a word like, I don't know, bear. Let's do the word bear. That's what dropped into my noggin, so I go with the flow. Bear. B-A-R-E, or B-E-A-R, or B-A-Y-E-R. You might remember the aspirin. I can take any word and expand it to whatever I want it to be. So what I've done then, by doing that, just by doing that, you've broken all the rules. And all of the spells that you were bound with someone else's intent contained within the sigils. Now you make them your own, as you define them. And you'll find eventually that Psi, L, Ence is God mind. You got to make the L and the E silent in golden. Psi is spirit, L, power of intent, and mind. Spirit, power of intent, mind. That's what silence is. That's why you hear them talk about celebrating Lent, okay, L-Ent, the intent of mind. Well, whose mind are you lenting? Or lending? A T can sound like a D, right? Stock market traders, Benedict Arnold traders. Did you really emphasize that? What was your emphasis? Right? Which syllable? Break the rules. Start breaking the words. Start breaking the letters. Start breaking the spell. Once you get the concept, you only have to get the concept. That's the joy of this. You only have to break the contract in your mind. If there's still something, attaching you to anything, I don't know about you, but one thread that you may look at, and I won't get into particulars here, but this was the one thread I saw connecting one person with one thing, a PayPal account. Well, if you have a PayPal account, what are you saying? Oh, sorry, you say PayPal. I'm going to let that sink in. Yeah. Magic, isn't it? I'm trying to give you the keys back. You want the keys? You want to come dancing with this girl? I'll take you dancing. I'll take you to the stars. That's where I live, and it's a beautiful place to be. And it really is quite simple. It is so simple. Psi M pull, plea. Yeah. I have microcosm from the macrocosm. I don't listen to the crow cause from the dead crown corpse. If you give up, this is the thing, if you give up any agreement to the legal dead fictional world, and I do mean any and all agreements, then you are spiritually bound and gagged, literally. Your absolute ability to create is removed from you. May I suggest that is not a good thing? Or are you going to be like Cain, planting ragweed after ragweed after ragweed seed, and you're still expecting roses from Abel? You want Abel to come dancing, baby. You got to give that girl some roses. And the only way you give her roses is to sit down and shut Cain up enough, begging for a date with Abel. Rose, spirit breath of creation. This is the war of the roses. It really is quite simple. And you got to lose the vengeance. You have to lose the vengeance. You must lose the vengeance. Did I mention that you have to get rid of vengeance? That vengeance is not a good thing. You want to worship their Lord? Well, vengeance is mine, saith their Lord. And their physical Lord loves death. loves the illusion, is so trapped. I mean, I watched the thing with about Bill Hicks, his story, and man, are you so enraptured in this game? Like, you want to talk about the born-again Christians. I love picking on them because, well, I used to be part of them, right? So I'll pick on them. Here they are talking about rapture, and they're feeding their energy to Saturn, the death urn. That's why they have domes on all these things. Wisdom? Well, wisdom or wisdom? Wisdom. Because if I can make it sound like you, I can make it sound like the normal you. Ooh. Wise doom. Doom means judge. If but one shall awaken, we are doomed. We are judged. This is the principality game, right? This is time for a reboot, if you will. This is not about vengeance. This is fine. Gotcha. I get the joke. Okay, my turn, right? It's my turn instead of Saturn. It is my story versus his story. Because with my story, I will create his story. And his is feminine. Everything in this reality is absolute feminine. The illusion is the masculine. It's the intent that came out of. There's your cue, which is the ovum and the sperm. From the womb came the intent. That's the chicken and the egg thing, right? So are you going to worship the whore of Babylon, Isis, or the true creation of is? It has to mean both. And it also has to have both negative and positive qualities to it. Everything is a quad. Put your crosshairs where the crosshairs belong. So let's get you guys into the call here tonight. I just want to remind everybody that I better go so I get the station right. I'm going to be rolling out about 10 minutes before the second hour of the show here, to jump in on another show. And, well, you know me, right? Never too busy, huh? And that's another thing, too. I will ask you guys, call around to some of the radio hosts that you think can actually handle me. And I'm always polite on other people's tables. You know that. This table, I don't have any rules. But some people like being slaves and they like being reminded of being a slave, and they have all sorts of protocols and rules. So I'll just let suffer unto me the little children. I'll let them decide that somehow a certain set of letters and sounds can actually somehow be offensive. It's mind-blowing. Oh, I was going to talk about the two doves, right? Symbol of feminine, mother, peace. Yeah, the Pope lets them go, and one was attacked by a seagull, the other was attacked by a crow, and in both cases failed. So that tells me that the Admiralty courts are done. Last-ditch effort, missed. And of course, the dead crow or crone, corpse, dead mother, dead father, Kronos and the crone are also done because peace escaped them. So that is victory being snatched from the claws of defeat. Isn't that funny how that works? Yeah, that's just a little allegory. Thanks, Jorge. I'm doing my best to keep that puppet hopping on my string here, so work with me, guys. And yeah, I mean that quite literally. You see, when you actually own your consciousness, when you really finally own your consciousness, by the way, you can't own your body. I love these people. That's my body. You can't touch my body. No, it's not. What are you going to do with it after it's 6 feet in the ground? You don't own anything because you are everything. Why would you separate yourself from all by thinking you own something? And, one of my favorites too. Well, I own that land. That's my property. Okay, here's my first question. One, do you carry a legal name? Yeah? Okay, it's not yours. Huh? Is that land registered? Yeah? Okay, it's not yours. Do you know who you are? Yeah, this is my ID. No, you don't know who you are. You need a piece of paper to tell someone who you are? How about you do this? Hi, I'm Kate. I'm standing right in front of you. No, you don't own anything. You don't own your children. They're my children. No, they're not. The only thing you did was transfer some physical meat stick stuff to another physical meat stick stuff that got together, and the point of consciousness that came into that is the one that is you anyway. I don't have children. I am my children. It's pretty stupid. Anyway, just to let you guys know, I am going to be on Paradigm Shift Radio. Let me just get the information here. It just came up. And let me just make sure I got it here. Yes, it's ParadigmShiftCentral.com, I believe. Yes, it is. Listen online, live, and afterwards. So it's ParadigmShiftCentral.com. And, well, actually, you can listen live at, I'm sure the link is there. I just haven't had time. Brendan, sorry, I'm doing my best here to keep up with everybody. But it's on Blog Talk Radio, so it's Paradigm Shift Radio. And I am actually going to repost this link in Facebook. And I'll be going there, like I said, 10 minutes before the end of the show here, or episode, show, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter to me. Now I'll just go back to my homepage here and post that up. So let's get these mics open. I can tell that everyone's in such a hurry to talk tonight. Okay, same routine, same rules. I'm not saying another word until someone hits one on their keypad, either on their phone or on Skype. Open up the dial pad on Skype if you want the one there. And not saying anything starts right. Oh, there we go. That's what I like. People that are actually playing in the pre-sent time. How are ya?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, you?
Good. How are you?
I don't know. How am I?
Oh, you're great. Awesome. Yeah.
So are you. Mirror.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I've been listening all the time. I love it.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, totally. Yep.
Say and say. There it is. Creation, mind, creation. That's why it makes sense. Time to take your own fishing rods back. And I'm trying to show people how to do this, and it's really simple. You change your mind. It literally is just changing your mind, and then you slide. So you got any neat little adventures you want to share?
Oh, just in the morning, yesterday morning, I was sitting outside, and I was just watching the sunrise, and then a crow came and sat on a tree, and I was like, oh, my God, that's great.
There you go. Okay, now, allegorically, what is that telling you?
My cause.
You just got your cause back.
Yeah. So that's been really awesome.
Well done. I had two crows drop down beside me on each side on the way here tonight or this afternoon, and of course it was right at the time I was thinking of the crow and my crow cause am and stuff like that. You know what I'm like especially when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Man, inside this head it gets really scary. I got to tell you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, every word explodes fractally. So well done. You've got your cause back. Now start crowing there, baby.
Okay. And I really want to hear your dream. I've been looking forward to that.
It was so awesome. There was a couple of parts to it. One, the last part of it was like us, all of us as a bunch of teenagers going to this. It looked like this giant warehouse, and it was live bands, and everyone's dancing and partying, having a great time. But before that, how I got there, and it was lucid. It was really cool. Lucid is when you're fully aware in your dream, and you're kind of going, "This is the shit, baby," and you realize it. But anyway, so here I am flying, on a plane. There was 3 or 4 others outside of it. One actually looked like a penguin. It was kind of weird looking little being, but it was really funny. And they were actually stuck to the airplane with frozen water, so they wouldn't fall off, right? But there's the truth, the cold hard truth, that they were stuck to plane with, and they weren't letting go. So of course this is on outside of the plane at the wing, so I take a walk out on the wing, and I'm looking around, and said that's pretty cool. So I jumped and went for a fly, and then just like Iron Man, when that first woo to get your bearings, your balance, to find your. It's like finding your equilibrium in your suit, right? And so I just flew along with this plane, and I went back to the wing, and then I thought, oh, this is really cool. I lay down on the wing, and I'm kind of watching everything as it's going by, and And I thought this was really neat. Looked over the side. It had to be around, I figured, well, I've been in lots of airplanes, but had to be at least 40,000 feet, right? And I'm looking down, so that's kind of cool. So I thought, I got nothing to be afraid of, so I just rolled off the wing, right? And I whooped down, I went, flew around for a bit, came back up on the wing again. So, I did this for, well, I don't know how long in terms of real time, because, a 3 or 4 minute dream could be 1,000 years on the other side, But it was certainly one hell of a ride, and that was literal, no fear of falling, no fear of anything, and the smiles of the others that were hanging out there, and then they took their hands off and they were doing their thing. So it was like watching all these new birds going, I told you, isn't this cool? And they're getting it and they go flying. It's freaking awesome. So that was my little dream fest.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I heard the whales calling me in my dreams last night, so it must have been a good night for dreaming.
Oh, you know what whales are?
No.
Well, way means name, L of intent, or the way of intent.
Oh.
So you're getting the name of intent back.
All right.
Okay, so you get your cause, right? You get your cause back and your intent. Go create a universe, honey. I'm sure it's magical.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love watching God. I love watching God.
Me too. It's been really just overwhelming. No words could ever express it. Yeah.
One word that I use a lot is bliss, right? Which is the 13th word with intent of is, or the I of absolute creation. It's freaking awesome. That's what bliss is.
Yep. Yeah, big fuck yeah.
Oh, see, it's only you and me on the table. We're going to do a collective fuck yeah later, so hang out, okay?
I will.
I've just got to get more people jumping in here. Okay, hey, let's make a deal with everybody. You can't say anything and I can't say anything until someone else puts their hand up, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're not saying anything until someone else puts their hand up. It took you long enough, Lynn. Couldn't find the button. Eh?
Hi, Lynn.
I just asked a really nice bee here, and so I'm kind of in the contemplative listening mood. But okay, so it made me think of the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back, but changed that, the cause back. Anyway, oh my goodness, I got to listen to it today. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The interview with you and Bill Donahue.
Wasn't that magical?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And before that, I was watching. Can't think of the title. About alchemy and reaching the whiteness. Alchemy, and reaching the whiteness. And I just went, oh my goodness, yay, cool. I've heard that before.
You know what the word alchemy translates into via phonics?
I haven't tried to break that one down.
Well, okay, there's a number of different ways, but I want to show people how this works. Just listen to the words. Slow down. All, chem, me. Chem is Egyptian for black. All, darkness, me. Magnetic electric. All, key, m, me. In the consciousness of the magnetic electric. That's what alchemy is. You see, God is not light. That's what I was going to say. Jesus said the truth when he said, God is light. God is, and from the is came light. Right? God, in the beginning, there was the void and chaos, and God created light and saw that it was good.
There you go.
So where the hell did the light come from? Well, it came from the dark, and it's no wonder that Rome and all the Hollywood movies and everyone wants to keep you afraid of the dark. And oh, shit. Suffering from white man's disease. Oh, there's a noise in that dark building. I better go investigate. Unarmed. Kind of thing. It's mind-blowing. Friggin' mind-blowing, man. Anyway, so there's alchemy. So it's all black or all darkness me, magnetic electric. That's where you get into the center of self. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Row your boat.
And by the way, mean is the average, so it's the balance. See what I balance? See what I mean? Yeah, 908's in here too, and I got Ninja. I better bring Ninja in.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Ninja.
Bam Bam.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. I only put my hand up because I thought there was a bit of dead air going on and all that.
No. Trust me.
It's all over.
Well, you know me. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. I say what I balance, and I balance what I say.
Oh, yes, I do know what you mean. I had a bit of mean action going on myself recently. That was hilarious. I do have something to share. It's something or nothing. Just I had Santos sitting at the kitchen table with us in my non-physical realm playtime earlier this morning.
Excellent.
We were eating bananas and crackers and waiting to go out and meet you, Kate. You were in it too, so there you go.
Yeah, see, I told you. We got the game, boys and girls. You're not seeing the physical collapse around itself? We are the black hole of Calcutta. Oh, shall I break that down? Ka, spirit. L, intent, the spirit of intent. Q, that is the ovum and the sperm. Q, ta, gratitude. Yeah, we are the black hole of Calcutta. It's all about gratitude. When you can finally say, "Oh, that thing that I went through that really sucked. That was so awesome. Thank you for giving me this perspective. I got the contrast. I get it. I'm free." Tell me that's a bad thing. Go. You can try, but you see, I just kind of ruined it. I'm sorry. Did I ruin your joke? I do that a lot. I'm here to spoil the ending of the movie.
Can't spoil it.
I know, isn't it funny? Because oh man, if we're having fun at this level, in this physical reality as it exists right now, can you just, I'm a genie, what's coming? I mean, imagine? Whatever way you want to say it.
Oh, you just reminded me, Kate, because you just said her name. My dear sister in London. She renamed herself. She created herself a new vibration, and she called herself Imogen Amor. Amor. Imagine Amor, indeed. So love you, darling. Speak
beautiful. What a great creation. And do you remember a while back, Ninja, while I've got you, because I know Lynn's been on the call for a long time as well. Do you remember when I talked about we have to reverse to get out of here? Yeah. Now let me show you creation in the cycle as it's going back and forth in ebb and flow. All right. Well, reverse, if you take it literally, means to back up, to go backwards. And of course, in the beginning, God created the grid, so we're actually moving backwards through the creation. That's why you have déjà vu. Just to remind you that we're actually going back to source. We're not expanding out. We're actually contracting right now. Because this is the game, right? We've already created the game, and now we have the ebb of creation, right? So, well, let's have a look at reverse. So if you're going backwards, and you know what reverse translates into? Many things, but here's one example for intention changing. And this is all you got to do is to change the spell, is to change the intent, but you got to start to understand how the spell works. And that's all you got to do. Just understand how it works. And then start playing with it. By your actions you are known. So reverse, which is light of God or Son of God. I hate saying Son because everyone's got this Son of God, Jesus thing program running, so I say light of God. Better yet, the darkness of God, the creation itself. So the light of God, ver from verily, of truth. The light of God and truth say of himself, herself, itself, the divine Trinity, the allness, the one. But if you're going to, let's say I'm going to rewrite a song and I have to change some of the verses, what am I doing? Well, I'm reversing the song, am I not?
Yeah, you would be doing that.
Right, so what we're doing here is reversing the spell by casting our own. There's no point in stopping a spell because it's just going to, there's no such thing as stop if you want to, motion, mote ion, not mote shun. It's time to get into the Mozart, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it gets funnier. It does. So, yeah, I know, like I said, you should live in this freaking head of mine someday. There's days I want to get out, and obviously I did this morning. But if I'm going to reverse something, well, what I'm going to do is I'll take the previous definitions or Phoenicians, and then I make them the of me Phoenicians. Okay, that's what it means to reverse. I'm reversing all the spells. I'm now, because creation is ongoing, permanent, mot ion. So I can't even put this in words, but I think you get the concept of where I'm going here. So we're reversing our song, which of course is knows backwards, SONG, GNOS, knows, NOSE, or KNOWSE, KNOWS. This is how you break the spell. You take every word and you spell it every way you can using all of the rules. So if an A sounds like a U in one word, you can put the U in there as well. This is why the words get fractal literally from the sound of a letter, because I can spell the letter K, Q-U-A-Y. You might pronounce it Key. Some people say Quay. Some people say Quebec. Some people say Quebec. Who's right? Well, it's their intention. It's their reality, and that's how you create your reality with the WHIRREDSs, the words. Are you spiraling out now, or are you still spiraling in? Guaranteed, most of the people tuned at this table are all finally spiraling outwards, putting intent out instead of having it come at them to be at effect. Like I shared last night, everyone is, when you create a cause, when you are the crow that causes, the call, it's so magical. I love this. When you create a cause, what's going to happen is you're going to get an effect. You're going to observe that effect, which now has cause over you, which makes you an effect, which creates a cause again. So that is the cause-effect ebb and flow, and it's infinite. You have to decide whether it's your cause or somebody else's to be at effect to. I'd rather be at effect to my own causes personally. And here's the thing about people, talking about court and this and that and the other. Well, go back to the original domino. Go back to the original spiritual agreement you went into. If you get pulled over and you get a ticket and everything else, will pay the damn thing because you haven't broken your original contract to have a license. Okay? Oh, yeah, that website, you can't, here, one sec, guys. Here. Let me just put. I'm going to put a tune on for a sec. Let you guys. I'm going to put on Santo Bonacci Zep Tepi because I want to get Mary sorted out with the website here on her phone so she can hear what's going on as well. So I'm going to play Zep Tepi by Santo Bonacci, and we have to have music for our lunch, right, Ninj? Where are we here? Just looking for it. I thought that would work for me. So here's Santo Bonacci, and of course it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 7, God. So let's listen to God for a minute, shall we? I'll be right back. we go. Okay, just accepting some requests here as far as Skype contacts. Isn't that wonderful stuff? I love that music. I was just being asked, how do I know the numbers? Well, Blog Talk tells me my numbers. Sort of. They don't tell me the numbers all the time, though, because I know when their people are asleep, the real numbers show up, the 95,000, 100,000 kind of thing. But, yeah, that's just a measure of consciousness, so I'm good. I'm just posting the link in Skype rooms. Can you guys, for the show, after this, with Paradigm Shift Radio, if you guys could be so kind as to pass along these links on your Facebook. It's already posted on Facebook. Please share for those that you want to, jump in and get the link to. It makes it a whole lot easier. I think I multitask enough as it is. Just saying, not bitching. But there you go. Thank me. See, that's the thing too. Thank you. Thank intent. Yeah, you see. Isn't it funny how that works? If somebody does something for you, you say thank you, or theos onk you. Yeah, you can't make this up. U is the international symbol for electricity, which of course you all know electricity is masculine, right? But isn't it funny that electricity has to travel with electrons, which is feminine? Electricity comes from electron, which is feminine. So there is nothing masculine. That's the illusion. That's why they like putting up their big granite phalluses all over the planet. Ob, El, Isis, Kaz. Ob means to put forth. Like object means to put forth into the darkness. Ject comes from jet or black. Oh, I had a field day years back. I mean, a lot of people say, how do you do this? Well, when me being a songwriter for all my life, I already had a lot of fun playing with words, making things work with songs. So I was used to kind of already messing around with them. Words to me were more like plasticine than concrete. Whereas, most kids that come out of school, anyone that ever comes out of a school, they are literally with some cement boots, the all creation of mind boots, right? Cement, locked into a certain way of doing things. This is where all the rules were put in, like a prefix means this, a suffix means this on the word, the body of the word. So what I would do, I would take off the prefixes and the suffixes, and I'd search those out too to see where their roots were. Oh, the ROUTESs, not the tree root kind of thing, right? Phonics. Remember, mix it up, match it up. If it sounds like another word, then it is another word, isn't it? I'm just saying. It just depends on your point of view or point of view. Sounds the same, but two entirely different things. Point of view is what you're looking at, and point of view, Y-O-U, is something that another point of view is looking at. We're all one, right? Time to get it all together, don't you think? Just saying. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I meant to paste that. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have some fun. I'm really looking forward to talking to Brandon tonight. Or Brendan, rather. So many Brendans and Brandas. I love it. Because interacting with another is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I get a chance to, get people to actually think about what they're really saying, what they're really creating. And I talk about create. What does create mean? The word create, ion, or creation. Create shun? No thanks. I'm not part of create shun. I am create, I-O-N. I am the key role, that's the Christ, okay, not the key P, right? The Roman version of it. That's what happens. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Ring a bell, anybody? You might have said that when you were a kid. Boy, talk about having your canvas painted for you with all sorts of dog shit. Unbelievable. But you can't have a game without it. So the measure of the game you have that you chose to play is a measure of the quagmire you're in. So have a look at it. How deep did you get into the game? How messed up did you make it for yourself? And then go, oh, I picked a tough one. Yeah, we all did. I mean, this is the toughest game in the universe. That's why this is such a rapt audience here. Audience. Audio? Oh, let me see. Audio. What is audio? Oh, that's right. AU is the symbol for gold. Dio, or Dios, is God. Isn't that interesting? audio is the gold of God. That might be what? Oh, something to do with phonics. Wait a minute, sonics. Mother sonic, masonic. No, sound. That's right. And of course, you can make any one of those letters silent. So, what is sound? Sound is sun. Do you not create the sun every day when you speak? What are you saying? So there's the Kri, Ki, Ro, Ie. There's your yin-yang, 9 and 6 in the mirror, lowercase. And T, the note of love. Or the one you're going to get crucified on. So you got to choose. You want to be crucified? Well, then keep playing in the commerce game. Keep agreeing with everything the system's coming at you with. Keep thinking you can fight in the literal, because you're going to get your ass handed to you. And we are at a point right now where you cannot fuck around. Have you not noticed a slight ramping up of things? But there's also been a really interesting turn of events that has been going on. With I was going to talk about what Derek had posted. I do want to have a little chat with Lai Ping before she decides to go in and actually not give a judge the power to arrest that lawyer. When a judge says I can't do anything until you give me the power to do it, what that guy was saying is I need to be commanded because you are the living witness in the room. Take your power. Begin griping. Quit being a nattering fucking Gemini. How many gifts do you have to have handed to you? Are you still accepting to take your ass handed back? Or are you going to start commanding things instead of demanding things? When a judge says, I can't do anything until you give me the power, then order it. I and charge him with fraud. If you are saying you are the witness, then you better start fucking acting like the living soul. Don't walk into a courtroom thinking you're alive and then stand there, somebody's still looking for a savior, are you? And I had a good chat with Steve about this. And again, we talked about this. This is a no harm, no foul. What it gave was, this is what we got to do. Right? As soon as Steve came in and said this to the court, okay, I'm going to quote it verbatim because he quoted me verbatim. I am the witness to the name fraud being perpetrated here, and I have the prima facie evidence, the birth certificate, in my hand, on and for the record. You're living as a witness. It's going on the record, baby. On and for the record, is it now your intent to entice me into slavery? Boys and girls, what did the prosecutor say? He said yes, because we have them back to that wall now, where they cannot lie anymore. They must tell the truth. I got that confirmed with the post I got from the word that Derek, at the last thing that Lai Ping was at. Lai Ping, take your fucking power. Stop whining. Stop screaming. Stop being literal. You're the fucking witness. Now command it. When Steve said that and the prosecutor said yes, Steve, and its natural reaction, said, I object. And the judge told him the truth. Motion to object denied. Which translated in phonics means that the mote shun was denied. The mote ion carried. If somebody says something in one tense, it means exactly the opposite in the other tense. Same time, singularity. So what I would have done in Steve's case, and I talked to him about this, and this is how we figure stuff out. No one does anything wrong. I'm just looking for the next domino. And the next domino is this. Well, the next domino I would have pushed over would say, fine, objection or motion to object overruled or denied. I wouldn't have even said objection, because I don't have to. I already put my object, my my creation into the black. I'd already put it forward. I just said, okay, fine. Prosecutor just admitted to enticement into slavery. That's a 30, 35-year sentence under their code. Not my code. That's theirs. They live by live by the words, die by the words. you want to live by that? That's fine. You can have your literal extinction. I'll hand it to you. That's what you want. I'm not trespassing on free will choice. I am granting you exactly what you want. At that point, I'd turn to whoever was wearing a uniform and a gun in that room, and I'd say, arrest this man. He's enticing. He's just admitted to enticing me, the living, into slavery. The whole system would have collapsed there. Lai Ping, you've got the opportunity to take the whole system down. Now, if you can just shut up lefty enough, you're Gemini, I know. I've told you. I've told everyone. There's only a few signs in the zodiac that really piss me off. That's the Taurians, that's the Scorpions, that's the Geminians, my own sign, and the Sagittauruses. You might call them Sagittarius, but I don't see a Sagittarius until I can find one that cannot see and actually see what is not seen, instead of getting caught up in all the fucking bullshit and nonsense. Okay? So, Lai Ping, I hope you're listening. I gave you the keys to your kingdom. Let's see if you're smart enough to get it. You go back into a court. As a witness, you're commanding it. So you better tell the servant, the judge, what you, the living God, commands. Because if you don't, they're not going to tell you. He even admitted it. I wish I could go back to it. It's a fair ways down. That's why I don't spam my page with tag me. Okay, guys? I have a hard enough time finding shit as it is. Fuck, I must have removed 10 from one individual. Don't do it. Don't litter my all. Anyway. Is that clear enough for everybody? I think it's pretty clear. Are you God or not? God doesn't wait for a response. God is the response, the re-giving of life. I certainly recall a judge bowing to someone in that frame of mind. Anyone remember who it was? Oh, right, that was me. Okay, kindergarten over. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, gone. Stand in your power. That's all this game is waiting for you to do. And if but one shall awaken, that's you. Not me. I'm just the resonance. I'm the one that dances. The first one that gets it and agrees with it is the more important one. Jump in, guys. Come on. I want to hear from you. Everybody, get on this table. Quit pissing around. Let's get on this and get going here.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I of course, I always listen to you and get tuned. But I called in today to gain some access to your phonetic dictionary.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, I had a beautiful experience walking to the library to pick up the books on Phoenician and words and things like that. But, of course, along the way, it's always interesting. I seen a falcon, a peregrine falcon.
Peregrine. I've got 3 peregrine falcons on my family crest. Keep going.
I seen a peregrine falcon carrying a pigeon. Now, the pigeon wasn't alive anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he landed on the streets of King and Catherine.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I want to interject as we go because I want to show you how this story unfolds. All right, so the peregrine falcons had a pig eon. Well, D can be silent in a word.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
So the eon of the swine was killed and was being carried away. Now, remember, why I brought the peregrine falcon up is the fact that the Thompson clan is all about lawmaking and law-keeping. The motto is Nosca te ipsum, which means to know thyself, you, nothing sweeter than you. That's its literal translation. And that was a huge thing for me when I broke it down. But what it effectively means is KT. Katie, Kati, know thyself.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Well, so I've seen that today.
Okay, so it fell down at King and Catherine, yeah?
It landed. So the falcon was carrying the pigeon, and he landed in one of the lanes. Of course, it's both two directions. Landed in one of the lanes, and I took some pictures. Of course, on my phone, the pictures weren't here when I got home, but Rick took pictures as well, and he had the pictures on his phone, so it worked out. So I was calling to define that word, and that was just a part of the journey. It was actually quite beautiful.
Now let's get anagogic. What the universe has given you was it's telling you that you know thyself, that the swine eon is over, and that the king, this is the crossroads.
Yes.
Right? This is the note of love now. It's not the cross of crucifixion. It is the cross of the note called love, T. Okay?
Yes.
King, or keying, the act of turning a key, keying a lock. And Catherine, or Kati, which is spirit of love, Catherine also means purity. Like when I chose my name, I didn't know these things. This Catherine Renee means purity, reborn, re-ni. In French, ni, like you've seen it, say Catherine so-and-so, ni, maiden name, okay?
Yes.
It means to be born.
Beautiful.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Nature will show you. Everything in natural law is sound. It will show you everything. It's like I was saying to Rebecca the other night, with a fox coming up to her, what is that fox telling you anagogically? Well, it's telling you that you are being a foe of your own life. Or you are the fa, the root note of all and you can stay literal and see a fox that's red with a nice tail and they're really cute and all the rest of it, or you can see what the sound is telling you based on the phonics or the spellings. You see, the trap is always the key that locks you up is the key that sets you free. Now, is it a coincidence that music is set in keys? No, there are no coincidences. Is it a coincidence that key is where you park a ship or a mind? Quay. And that's, so I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. This is what I say when like, you saw how I saw your scenario. I didn't see it literally. You told me literally, but I was translating on the fly. This is what I'm talking about. And you start doing this just naturally, and it's like, holy shit. Did anyone see on my Facebook page the cat sitting inside a Monopoly box on top of the Monopoly board? Now, I had just been talking to Mary. 10 minutes prior to that, I didn't even have my computer inside. And I opened it up, and we were just talking about what the Monopoly board game is. Here's what everyone that is using a legal name is doing. And this is not going to be easy for anyone that has still got their lips stuck on the whore of Babylon's tits. This is not going to be easy, I promise you. But you got to break the contract in your mind first. Start looking where you made the agreement, break it. Change your intent of that. It wasn't your intent to commit fraud. It wasn't your intent to claim to be dead. That's how you break it, because a fraud revealed... Now, fra, D, is a feminine physical. D, delta, the box trinity, is the physical realm. Fraulein, is feminine. Frau D. So that is the feminine physical fraud. A feminine physical revealed is null and void. It returns it to the spiritual feminine creation. Right? When you can say L something, ka and say L, cancel something, you're recreating it. You see, to do nothing is a choice. The same as doing something. If you choose, I love Rush. I think it was Neil Peart did all the lyrics. Or it might have been Al. Yeah, it was Neil Peart. To choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Now, I went off in so many fractals there. I got to get back to where I was. We talked about the hard game with Monopoly. Here's what everyone is agreeing to. And all you got to do is cancel these contracts in your mind. Go through everything that you have connecting. This is what is unseen that you need to see again. Everything you've done is there. You just have to go back and feel through it, and you'll find it. So, Earth game in the fraud, the feminine physical, negative aspect, lower self, is all about monopoly, monopoly. Okay? Just like the game. Literally, it's a fractal. So here's the game you're playing. If you choose to be if you want to play Monopoly, if you have any ID or anything that's connecting you to the system, you're in that game. And I'm sorry, you don't make the rules for that game. That's the rules of this game. I just choose not to be part of it. You're allowing the one who created the game and is running the game to change the rules whenever they want to. Sound like court, doesn't it? Yeah, probably. That's why they have 65, 70 million laws. Legals, not laws. All right? They control the bank, which is all the money. They control all the real estate, all the deeds and what have you. They'll take all your chances away, and they'll take all of your community chest away, or the key stir. That's the life of the divine feminine. They own all the utilities, right? The railroads, the light company, the water company. They own the jails, and because they can change the rules, they can put you in jail anytime you want, or anytime they want. They own all the hotels, and they own all the houses. And here's the thing, once they own all of these hotels and houses and all the real estate and everything else, every time you land on a piece, what happens to you? Or on a space? Oh, by the way, they'll control where you land as well. They'll roll the dice for you. Die is Latin for day. They'll choose your light. And when you land on, say, Boardwalk that's got 3 hotels and 2 houses on it, that's going to cost you. The only question I have to ask anybody now is, what the fuck are you doing playing that game? You had enough yet? You can't own land if it's got a title deed. All these people that talk about land, patent, and all the rest of it, they haven't got a goddamn clue as to who they are and where they are. The full divide and conquer is thinking that you can own something. You don't own anything. You own everything. So why would you separate yourself from consciousness by saying, I own this little piece of land, and this is all I'm worth because I'm just a worthless tiny little god. Look at my little boundary. I've got a fence and everything. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's real mature. Retard. This is my country. I'm part of this country. Yeah, well, that's just a slightly bigger chunk of, the infinite all. Yeah, that's mega retard. I'm part of this commerce system. I'm worshiping the beast, but something happens. I'm going to bitch and scream like a 5-year-old retard. It's time to grow up. It's time to stand in truth, and only when you stand in truth, that's the divine feminine and, which is a conjunctive. It's putting you together, joining you back with the divine feminine. Only when you stand will the universe help you. Because then you are in mote-ion mode. You are in motion. And chance favors those in mote-ion mode. T can sound like a D. Mote. In mote-ion mode. I'm trying to show you how to cast your spells. But you cannot... The measure of the spells that you cast to change your timeline is directly proportional to the contracts you have in the physical that you are possessed of with your demons, your of-me's, your démons. So who's possessing who here? The whore or the hoo-ree? Hoorah! You ever hear the Marines say that? All they're saying is the hooray, the hoo-ree, the whore. That's who they're yelling to. But it's just a game to see how much you can be duped. Let me know when you're done with that. I am. And I'm having a field day watching this planet come down around its ears. And my little puppet Jorge's doing a great job. Hell, he let 2 doves go to prove it. And even the Crow and the Admiralty Court, C. Cull, couldn't down it. Remember the cliffhanger I was talking about the other night? Sitting at the edge of your seat. Oh, that's what this game is. And we snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And there it was, foreshadowed with those two doves. Duvet. What do they fill duvets with? Oh, I don't know. Goose or swan feathers? Or how about duvet? Ve from verily, meaning truth. Do truth. Do you see how many layers there are here? And I can take it back to the same thing every time. If you can't see the mirror call, or you might say miracle, if you can't see the mirror call in this, or the mire of the hex call, mire a call, a, yin, 6, reversed, the reversed hex. Like I said, everything's 4. There's an interesting letter that looks like, oh, I don't know, remember how I talked about God? When you overlay G-O-D, overlay the G on top of itself, get the Greek letter theta. And then you have the O, which is open. And then you have the D mirrored, which is a circle with a vertical line through it. Put them all over each other, and what have you got? You've got X marks the spot. Now go to the Phoenician alphabet and see which English alphabet letter corresponds with it. There's a few in the Phoenician that don't. Isn't that interesting? Go have a look. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. You want to see what God is, there it is. X marks the spot, bullseye. Bull's eye? Oh, that's right. Toroidal field creation of the self, of the eye. Yeah, bullseye indeed. And what's north of the bullseye in Taurus, the constellation? The 7 sisters of the Pleiades. And what is Pleiades? Oh, Pleiades. That's right. We're playing the ID game here. We're playing the identification. Can we figure it out? Yeah, we have. And it's just getting clearer and clearer and clearer. Because as I've told you all, did I not? I have 2 children. That makes me a trans parent. I'd say it's pretty clear. Just a coincidence though, right? Oh, coincide-ence. Co, together, in, to be part of, side, kill, mind. And the whole idea is to see this, you must kill the mind. You must kill Cain. I mean, hell, he's been raping and pillaging Abel, murdering his sister. Every chance he gets of a crazy. Well, he is crazy because he keeps playing ragweed, thinking he's going to get roses. All he has to do is go to Abel and say, "Sis, can I have a rose, please?" And you know what Abel's going to say? "Of course you can. I was just waiting for you to ask. Thank you, brother." And all this time, Cain has been murdering the very one that can give him all. I don't know about you, but I'd call that batshit crazy. Wouldn't you? Now, is there anything that I've said so far that, raises any questions or doubts or anything? Or are you getting a clearer picture? That's why this table is so magical, because of you guys. Go ahead. I'm going to shut up for a sec, because I'm going to be talking all night here.
No, that's good. That's really clear. That just brought it really, really clear.
It's fun, isn't it?
That the Pleiades, that Play ID, that's just so, yeah, it's perfect.
Mind melting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the aha, yeah, that's just, oh my God. Yeah.
So it's adorable. Adore Abel. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a door to the right, and it's beautiful, adorable, it's so adorable. Or better yet, let's look at it from a Latin perspective. Ad, which means since, aura, gold, aura, the goal of right, the goal of the right angle or right ascension, light of God. Abel, oh, there she is again, the bitch.
Yeah. All over, everywhere.
And again, the A in adorable can be AU as well, or AW. You can make it sound whatever you want. So let's expand it some more. Gold door of Abel. The golden door of Abel. How adorable is that? Oh, that. Thought. I can make that, THAT. Thought. Oh, riddle me this. Rid L, magnetic electric, the god of Isis. That is this. Riddle me this. This is the rid L, guys and girls. The riddle. We have to rid the intent, the malintent. Some of these shows must be mind-bending for people. So I'm trying to get as much information.
They're just great.
Oh, either way works for me, baby. See, because I choose the intent of every word. I do not enter any contract with anybody. I give nothing. I take nothing. I simply create my reality. I create, and I put my story and make it his story. And his is feminine. So is him. So is he. They're all Hebrew. Elohim, which is actually androgynous. It's like Sana was talking about the elements, right? The fifth element is androgen. Isn't that interesting? But you can't. Yeah, you can't see androgen because that's God. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, totally.
Now, the G, because it's the newest letter, can also be a K, so let's go androken. So, and, there's the conjunctive, and, bring it all together, and ro ken. Ken, Scottish slang, or if you speak Glaswegian, it means to know. I didn't ken that, right? Then you start looking at crazy shit, you know, and I challenge those that listen to George Norrie on Coast to Coast to listen to the shows from what are they trying to tell you? What are the Anunnaki? Well, Anu is heart, mind, Anan, key. Heart, the heart is a key. The heart of mind is a key, Anunnaki. And what is the story, the literal story? Well, they are here to mine gold. Yeah, we are the spiritual gold. You got to make the L silent, though, to make it God. X marks the spot again. Enlil and Enki. Enlil. Well, there's your L-I-L. There's your double intent. My intent and my key. My life. So there's a spiritual and a physical there as well. These are all... Yet you'll see these people talk about... And it's beautiful. It really is. I mean, what we're dealing in the literal is the virtual infinite realities created from the anagogic, creating an allegory. See, anagogic can look at anything from any perspective and make it anything. Allegory brings it down a bit narrower to where it becomes literal. Remember, shoot the bull literal, dead cows everywhere. Shoot the bull allegorical means to go and talk. Shoot the bull anagogically means to eject from the mouth your God, you, the intent, into the Taurus field. So yes, it totally makes sense that shoot the bull literally translates anagogically. That's the circle of creation. When you see something literal, make it allegorical, make it anagogic, and you'll see that it's going to be the literal again. And you can do that with anything. Now, this is pretty heady stuff, and it takes a bit of practice to get there. I don't expect that. That's not your job. Play with it for sure. But you see, here's the thing. I was just saying to Mark earlier tonight. I want you to drive from here to Kamloops. You're not allowed to ask directions. You're not allowed to have a map, and all the road signs are gone. Now, that's about 3,500 K from here. Might take you a while and a few wrong turns to get there. Well, here, let me show you a map. It starts with your zodiac. What is your sign?
Scorpio.
See what I'm saying? So that's your game piece, right? There's 12 game pieces.
Right.
When you put all the 12 together, you get the 13th one. That's Ophiuchus. All the 12 zodiacs are pieces of that game piece. So you came in with, the first thing you need to learn is the I want, or I am want, W-O-N-T, or won't. I want, I won't. And I don't want. I don't need. I don't won't, right? Which means you do. Okay, so and look at all the different aspects. I mean, Santo has done such beautiful work in clarifying, and Bill Donahue as well, I might add. He gives another beautiful perspective on the zodiacs in videos just like Santo. And learn about you, the most beautiful thing in this universe. You, the only point of consciousness you can prove. Why are you buying some other point of the movie's bullshit? I stopped doing that. The only one I can trust in my reality is me. Trust or truest, or the true star, truester, true divine feminine. And that is the love, spirit breath, with intent of the divine feminine love, Trust. I looked at my Mayan sign. I am duality, Cowalk, 2, storm. Yeah, I think I do a pretty good job at storming around. Right?
Yeah, really great.
And I think with the whole tranny thing, I got that duality thing kind of worked out. Got it. Okay, good. So, guys, look at your movie, will you? Did you guys want stars in your movie? Well, you created me.
Superstar, yeah.
Right, and you wanted some comic relief at the end of this movie, because it's a cliffhanger, right? So where are we going to hide this phonics key? Let's hide it in that Irish tranny Gemini bitch who talks on the radio all the time.
It's just mind-boggling.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's perfect, yeah.
You know, it's just awesome. Well, Joseph just put Anu Matali. Well, it's lie or Li. Li is calm. Lie is, well, you know what lie is. Anu is heart. Ma is mother. Right? Now, the A can also be a hex or a reversal of the hex, which the A to me is, right? And Ta, which is, thank you, Ta, gratitude and calm, or gratitude of the lie. You see, everything is a duality. You've got to figure the singularity out. How can you make one word mean exactly the opposite of what you thought it meant? When you start doing that, then you're breaking the Phoenician program. Does that help, Joseph? Just waiting to see what he has to. Oh, he's writing it. Yep. Okay. Good. So Anu Ma Ta Li. Slow down. Listen to the words. Listen to the spirals as they're creating, and don't take them literally anymore, because they'll just make a mess of your cane field. We're trying to clean that up. You see. If anyone watched Math Magic, I love the scene where you've got to get into your head and you got to clean up all the clutter. And there was a, pin-up calendar, there was books, there was garbage, nonsense, comics, you name it. It had all sorts of shit, riffraff, dust, and everything else. So Donald, the trans version of Donald, dressed up as Alice, right? He was being tranny, right? Laugh at this. And because then he's sweeping up his left brain. And I'm going to tell you again, if you want to find the Aries in you, well, I guarantee you, your RAM's all clogged up. How well is that computer going to work if your RAM jam full? Let's say you've got 2 gig.
Right.
Yeah, here we have 2 gig of RAM, and we're trying to and there's 2.5 gig on it, and we're trying to figure something out. You got to get rid of the garbage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, jump in. Yeah,
meditation is clearing all that. So yeah, yep. I've been going up every step, working on every 12 steps. So it's been working really well.
Well, every time you get an aha moment, that means that your bell has been rung. That is a rung on the ladder, or the law of God, ladder, of Jacob. Yakobi. Ya, affirmative. Ko, together. Unconditional love in creation. C-O. B, 13th warrior of Fucus. Christ, Muhammad, Gautama Siddhartha, Ahura Mazda, Mithra, Krishna, Hare Krishna. They all said Muhammad, Moses, Abraham. They're all telling the same story. Literally. Joseph and the 12 brothers. Jesus and the 12 disciples. Muhammad and the 12 disciples. Ophiuchus and the 12 zodiacs. These are just coincidences, all right? Why do you think this whole game wanted you to think that 13 was an unlucky number? Friday the 13th. So they killed time. the law of time on Friday the 13th. Oh, Templars, I think you call them. That game played out because they were killed because they knew the law of time. They knew how to change the timelines. And those that want to run this game are trying to keep Groundhog Day going. Oh, Groundhog Day? GHD? Oh, there's that G, which the Masonics so love. It's only half the story, remember? It's only half the spirit, the physical. H, well, that is the complete spirit of the left-right brain joined with the Rainbow Bridge. You might call them Solomon's temples. You might have a temple on each side of your head, perhaps. You might remember Samson, who had his hair cut. And then when it grew, when his hair grew, that's the allegory of expansion, mind expansion. He was able to push the pillars apart and bring the house down. Okay? What else about H? Well, it's the Greek letter Ida, which is God. ETA. Estimated time of arrival? Well, now. Lowercase n, nth degree, to the infinite God degree. N also means infinite. So can I do something is ka, spirit infinite. I don't ask the question, I now just see it. You see, I don't have to ask questions because the only question ever asked has already been asked and we're trying to answer it, you see. Why? And here's the joy of the game. I don't care why anymore. I'm just here to play now and have some fun. I get it. It was lonely. It was boring. We're playing a game. It's all good. Let's play. Is that simple enough? Does that work?
Yeah, that works. That's really good. Simple and pure. And
yeah. It's time to get into the pole position, or the pole posit ion. Well, you know, you go into the bank and make a deep. That's why it's debt, silly. It's not positive. Okay, yeah. So the po, spirit, L, intent, po, L, the spirit of intent, posit ion, positive ion. So get into the pole position. Stop being polarized.
Neutralize, new eyes, yeah.
Yeah, KNEW. New, try all eyes. Try all eyes. Try all points of you. Quit being so fixed on one position. You've heard me talk about the Earth turning in two directions at the same time, right?
Right.
Okay, well, here's for people that haven't heard this and want to go out and want to make $20 at the bar. If you still want to play comics, you might as well have fun doing it, right?
Yeah.
So go up to someone and say, listen, $20 says the Earth's turning in two directions at the same time. And, of course, you can tell how fixated someone is. They'll go, huh? They'll look at you like your head's spinning. Why? Because they're polarized. They either live in the north or the south. They don't understand. I live in both. If you look down from the North Pole, it's turning counterclockwise if you're to believe the North America-South America paradigm. Okay? And it makes sense based on positioning, and yeah, we have to have, there's our starting point of our roadmap, okay? You can't know where you're going until you know where you are, and you can't know where you are until you know where you're going. So I'm trying to give people a map here. So if you look down from the North Pole, it's turning counterclockwise according to our understanding. But if you go underneath and look up from the South Pole, it's turning clockwise. Take a ball, rotate it in your hands counterclockwise, and see it for yourself. You'll see it. I'll tell you, clocks going in two directions at the same time. You're only seeing one side of the coin, though, aren't you? If that clock was see-through and you hung it backwards, what direction is it turning now? Counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So what time is it? It's now.
Now time. Yeah.
Because as time is moving forward on one side of the clock, it's moving equally backwards on the other. What fucking part of that are people missing? There is no time. It's just an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Are we having fun yet? I'm having a field day. Phi-LD day. Well, I think people just come to this table to have fun.
That's like the emerald table.
Crazy, crazy table. It is. It's about joy. It's about bliss. You know, so it's time to be the L of is. 13th warrior with intent of feminine, beautiful creation. We have our contrast. Unless, of course, you guys are wanting more. That timeline exists, but sorry, I won't be there. I'm on my way.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm already in my cabby, my spirit of the 13th Warrior. And this driver knows where it's going, and the roads, I'm on the Autobahn right now. How about you guys?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's awesome. Who we got on 905, by the way?
Oh, that's me, Linda.
Linda, I was wondering if that was you. How are you? Yeah, you jumped in once, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've just been listening, enjoying.
Yeah, it works, eh?
Oh, sorry. Oh, pardon me?
This works, eh?
Oh, absolutely. I listen every day that I can, which is most days. And I just charging up, getting tuned up, cleaning up my intent, looking at the truth behind all of my dominoes, and cleaning up all of that. And
will you play a game with me so I can show people how to grab a broom?
I'll do my best.
I want you to play a game with me. And remember, we're just pretending here, okay? So just pretend.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's say you still had a driver's license, or if you do or what, it doesn't really matter. But let's say you do, okay?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. So what was the spiritual agreement? Well, you had to decide at one point, I want to learn how to drive. I have to get my driver's license. It wasn't when you went to the driver's office. It's the first time you ever. This is why you just have to. You don't have to remember the exact moment. You just have to remember where that moment would be, because it exists now. So time is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to the original time that we said, I've got to get my driver's license. We had that thought, yeah?
Yes.
Wow, when I turn 16, I'm going to get my driver's license. You know? Or say, in my case, I started driving when I was 12. That was in Ireland. My dad used to let me drive the car around the caravan or trailer park that we stayed at during the summer. And that would be the time in my mind where I would have had the first concepts of needing to get a license. Or sooner, it doesn't really matter. What you have to get is the idea that you had to get one. That's the contract.
Yes.
Now, the actual physical contract could have came years later. I could have had this thought when I was 3 or 4 years old. Oh, you know, Dad has a license. My mom never did, but my dad did. My dad has a license. Boy, I hope one day I can get one of those so I can drive a car. You see what I'm saying? Get real juvenile on this. So where was our contract? When we went to get the license at the licensing bureau, or when we first thought that we needed one?
When you first thought you needed one.
Okay, so let's play a game now. I'm going to say right now that moment that the first time I ever thought that I needed one is now canceled, because the whole idea of a license is fraud. I didn't know that then, but I know that now, so I'm going to take now for then. Nunc pro tunc, now for then, and then for now. It's got to be both. Nunc pro tunc, tunc pro nunc. So let's agree that we've both. I can agree with you that you remember your moment, whether it's crystal clear, you know the concept, and that I get the concept, and that we no longer have a spiritual contract with that.
Yes.
There, you're free and clear.
Cut.
Was that tough?
Clear.
Did you have to send anything back through the mail? No.
No.
Because that's the effect. Play effect anymore. We only play cause, right?
Yes.
So let's do another.
That was the other thing I was playing with.
Okay, let's do another one. Let's pick something else. People that have mortgages.
Yes.
When was that contract actually created as a spiritual contract with the system in your mind? The first time you thought about maybe buying a home. Not when you bought one or when you went into the deal with we're really moving this back. You see where it's going? Not when you made the deal with the living soul bank manager who you lent the money to, created for. Not the bank. You lent the bank manager money. They bought your house for you so you could be a tenant in it. Wasn't that nice of them?
Mm-hmm.
You lent them the money to buy your house, and you got to pay them back? Are you kidding me? That's retarded. Well, we all did it. And some people are still doing it. I can't believe that. It's pretty nutsy. But anyway, you Monopoly board game, huh? Look at your game. I don't play there. Okay, so let's go back to the first time you thought about maybe getting a home. And when I first thought about getting a home, and then we go, wait a minute, I don't need to make a contract with a bank. And I know that any contracts that I would make in the physical realm are going to be fraud anyway. So I'm going to say that that contract is broken. Now for then for now, done. And you do. This is what I'm saying to people. You do this with everyone, and this includes a library card. This includes anything that you've got, any spiritual contracts to the system, and it's not as big a deal as you think, because you can go through all of this in one. Once you get this concept, you can wipe them all out, nunc pro tunc. Everything in the
I've been doing that.
Okay,
I've actually been sorting through.
You want to wipe them all out right now?
Oh, please do.
Okay,
let's do it.
You get the concept of what we're sharing here, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same concept applies to all contracts, because all things in the physical are fraud. They're not the real feminine. They're the illusion. So anything that was on our canvas that was painted for us was never ours to begin with, now was it?
No.
Therefore, all spiritual contracts ever contrived and thought of in this reality up until this point are now null and void, nunc pro tunc, tunc pro nunc. No more connections.
Yes.
Now get on with your life and make the moves to change your mote shuns to mote ions. Stop playing with the whore. Break it down as quickly as you can. Step away, step away. You cannot stand still on this. Make your choice. Now make the actions to do that. You don't have to do it all at once like I did. I'm crazy that way. I'm batshit crazy that way. You know, hey, I'm the one that'll, go up in a plane. I'm the one that'll dive into the ocean at, midnight. Shark waters. I don't give a shit. Just go, right? Oh, here's another good one too. Ever hear the word caution?
Yes.
I'm going to let you play with it. Break it down for me.
I am.
Oh, for me?
Sure, anybody.
I'll say, sure. How about, we can break it down a few different ways. I'll go with cause and then ion. So cause, motion.
Okay.
That's the one I've been looking at.
Okay, now go really literal on the sounds here. Ka, shun. Ka, or ka, shun. What is ka?
Ka, shun. I don't know, Kate.
well, ka is the sound a crow makes. It is also Egyptian for spirit.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay, just remember my name, which is your name. Ka, T.
Yes.
Ka, T. Ka, spirit. T, love. Spirit of love. That's why you're all Kate.
I'm writing this down.
Okay, so now, what is ka, shun? What does that translate to literally?
Spirit.
That you're pushing away the spirit. You're shunning it.
Yes.
Okay, so
or could you also be putting it into motion?
Well, yes. I'm going to show the two sides of it so people can see this. We got your side. I'm showing the other side. It can also be ka, T, ion, which is the ka, spirit of love ion. But what does caution mean? It means be careful. So that's what it means to shun your spirit, because when you know that all things are perfect and that the universe is perfect and will never harm you unless you agree that it can by taking a sign like caution seriously. Do you see how your own reality as God is negated?
Yes.
It's like when someone says to me, and it's happened a couple of times today, and they say, well, be safe. Was that assuming that there's something going to harm me? Thank you for assuming that. I will not accept that contract. But I will accept it on these terms. Be, say, fa, consciousness. Be the creation of the bass note, the heart note of consciousness. Sa, fa, F, E, 9 in the mirror. Lowercase 9 is, or E is a 9, which is the yang, the darkness, with light coming out of it. We got to get back to the yang. We're too yin here. A little too much yin, literal going on. We got to get a little bit more creative, yang. Do you know why people burn out? They burn out the connection between right and left because they're constantly fighting within their own head. That's the war of the roses. I want ragweed, here's some roses. I want ragweed, here's some roses, constantly. And that will age you very quickly. That's what actually ages you. So the more stress that can be introduced into your life, the faster you age, the faster you die. Yet you can be one of two things. You can be immortal, not mortal, or I'm mortal, dead. So did you want to reverse that reverse?
That depends. What am I reversing?
Right, and look at it neutralize itself. That's what it means to get into the Nutrix. You get neutral. You get in the middle. You get balanced. It's freaking awesome.
Linear equation.
Yeah. Yep. No, you got to slip sideways on this one, boys and girls. We got about a little less than 10 minutes. I got to roll out of here. Actually, we have 7 minutes. So, oh, that's okay. I'm rolling into Paradigm Shift Radio for another couple of hours. Are you kidding me?
I know. I'm waiting. I'll be listening.
This is only the first half of the show, guys. I'm not sure that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the deal of the call-in for Paradigm Shift Radio, but I'm sure it's on Blog Talk, so there will be a number. Oops, I did accept. Why isn't there? It is. Joe. Oh, okay. I've got 2 of you now. All right. I love duality, baby. Let's get singular on this one. So I'm hoping that I really started to expand on a lot of this phonics and the creation and destruction. You've got to destroy the word and recreate it in your own image. That's what it means to create God after our likeness, after our image. You see, I'm going to create God after my image, after my likeness. Because I much prefer my way, my name, which is silent. Silent. That is the spirit of intent mind. And you can never get there while the monkey chattering left brain, idiotic, suicidal, insane, cane, crippled, moron, 5-year-old retarded fuckhead, jarball, is kicked out.
I'm laughing at my husband. Actually, I'm going to throw him on to say a quick hi to you.
Okay. Got to say hi to Rick.
Hi, how are you? I'm not allowed to talk like that. I got to change my attitude over here. I feel like that fucking doormat when you walk in first. Rub your feet on it and say, here, have a smell.
All right. Now we're talking, you see. Do you know what I find really funny? Is that if you make a certain sound, people react to it.
I find if you do anything natural, people react to it. Because it's all natural to them fucking Jerry's kids.
Yeah, exactly. Jerry's kids. We're going to call the Meat Stick Humanity Jerry's kids.
Oh, I got trouble for that, but I love to say it because Jesus Christ, Jerry's got lots of work to do out there, all those kids he left out there like that.
Well, yeah, again, and look what happened. Look at all the money that got raised, and we already know how to heal ourselves. Do you see what I mean about this?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
You know,
that is sad and heartwarming all the same.
Yep.
Because it's nice to know that we can see different than that we're no longer playing that board game that they so want us to enjoy. There's no enjoyment there.
Nope, not at all. Oh, and just a quick shout out to Joel. I just want to do a quick shout out to Joel.
You want to take our energy away.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I got your message, Joel. Thank you. And you're quite the hottie, aren't you, Joel? Oh, my. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with everybody. He's a cutie. Yo. I love embarrassing people. Electromagnetic, bare-assing people. I love it.
It works well. Linda blushes easy.
Well, she's married. She has to. Come on.
Yeah, she's married Jazz too. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
I don't know though. I was looking for my owner's manual and shit. I couldn't find it when we got married. So I figured she got me without an owner's manual.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm pretty sure the test drives must have been fun, and now you're actually mastering the highway, so that's perfect.
Oh yeah, the test drives were amazing.
There you go. And just a quick note and a mental reminder for everybody: sex is just masturbation with a friend. Okay, so get over yourself.
Yeah, I had lots of sex, and then I got a partner.
There you go. You know. Oh, masturbating? Can you get a hand with that? Anyway, guys, lighten up. Seriously, you gotta start laughing. You gotta start laughing.
Get me a lighter. I'll start floating away.
I know, it's great. It's great. Well, Rick, I'm going to roll out of here because I've got to get over to the other station. I would like to tinkle before that, personally. I know it's TMI, but who cares?
We like to make contact when we can, right?
Absolutely.
You know, we're listening and sending our energy to you. Because, hey, there's no sense in wasting, and when you don't know what to do with it, you might as well give it to somebody who can use it.
Well, there you go. Infinite creation for all. And, guys, we have the game. It's over.
Oh, it is. It is.
Just so you know what game is, it's Ka Magnetic Electric, Spirit of the Magnetic Electric. Ka Me. Remember, G can be a K. All right, so I'm going to be flipping out here and flipping into Paradigm Shift Radio, and of course, I'll be in polite Katie mode. You got to do that too, right? You got to show both sides of me. So anyway, there you go. So much love, everybody.
Absolutely.
I'll be convinced.
Much love.
Much love, and we'll catch you guys in about 10 minutes. Okay?
All right.
All
right. Thanks, Kate.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye.
Good night, all.
You're listening to Kate of Gaia on Critical Mass Radio. The game is up. Now, it's our turn. You're listening to Kate of Gaia on Critical Mass Radio. The game is up. Now, it's our turn.
Good evening. Welcome to Outside the Box here on Critical Mass Radio. Filling in as I fully thought I was, because I know Chris hasn't been feeling too good lately. So, universe has to keep me hopping on the waves here anyway, because we are at such a point. Indeed, the game is up. It's not down in the physical meat stick literal realms where everyone has their little contracts that they still have to break in their minds, called licenses, bank accounts, agreements, all sorts of physical things, because you're walking around as a physical meat stick. And you see, this is the thing, guys. I'm going to get into this real heavy and hardcore tonight. Hanging out with Mary and Mark here at Ireland. I'm in Ireland right now, also known as Aaron. That's not a coincidence that I'm from there, and I have to be there to deliver the heart rendering of the show here. So anyway, I've been having a really, really cool. I just love especially sitting across from people for the first time ever. Well, ta-da, right? Just to watch faces and see the lights go on and keep going on and keep going on, because that's the magic. You see, I'm just here to give people back their magic wands that they kind of set down somewhere for. Where did I put that? Where did I put that? Well, the tranny found it, so here it is. Okay, here's your keys back. And now we're going to go start your carro, your car. You call it car. It's a vehicle. What is a carro? Well, it's spirit. With spirit breath, you travel around in. A vehicle. Oh, but for all the free men on the land, idiots, it's not a vehicle. That's a shut up, meat sticks. Anyway, you know what kind of fun I like to have. So let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Let's play phonics, and to a brand new and wholly new level. Like, I got to tell you guys, the people that are posting. And by the way, I'm going to ask nicely, don't tag me in photos. If it's got nothing to do with me, don't tag me, okay, on Facebook, because I will delete them. And and it's not I have any issues with the people, just don't do it, because it's very, very annoying, because it messes up my page, and that's just the way I fly, right? Page is open. So here are the new terms for everybody that wants to try to contract with me. If you're going to post something literal on my Facebook page, you better give me a goddamn allegory. Suggest rather than ask me directly is just go back. You'd have to listen to maybe a couple of weeks worth of shows and you'll have all the information you need. This is why I tell people, even brand new people, show up to the table now. Don't deal in the past. Let all the things that you thought you ever knew go and then start getting into the flow of things here, you know? This is the whole thing. I can prove to you that Rome, the physical Rome, is the Antichrist, and the Christ Rome is in your head. Chi Rho. You know the symbol? They got the reversed Greek letter. Looks like a P. That's the Antichrist. If Rho is spirit breath, then the mirror of that must be anti-spirit breath. And Rho is spirit breath, right? It comes out of Gemini through your Taurus, passing your Ram, right? Created by and then created into the toroidal field. It's really, really simple. I mean, hey, listen, you can't expect to change your reality in creation unless you know how creation works. So we got to go full circle on this. Fa-el. I can make a U sound like an A, like an E, like an I, like an O. It doesn't matter. I can take any of these letters and make them sound like anything I want. Why? Because they do in every word, every language. You mix and match, right? This is basically like I have to go looking for bathing suits. I have to get a certain size top and a certain size bottom. So I mix and match between sizes, you see. Right? I don't have to buy what's on the rack, do I? The Rako? No, I do not. Raka Pharaohs? Pharaoh? Are these all coincidences? No. And the more you do this, the more you start laughing and you start seeing the magic. And then you start taking back your creation. It's like microcosm, macrocosm. Oh, wait, let me slow that down so you can actually hear what I'm saying. That's H-E-R-E, to bring it to self. My, crow, cause, M. Ma, crow, cause, M. So is your crow, are you the crow? Have you made it yours? Have you put the crow mind back on, the crown, the crow-N crown? Or are you still wearing the crown of some dead corpse whore? You got any contracts with that bitch? That's the ISIS. I'm the is. Do you really want your pro se ISIS in law? Yeah, for the creation of ISIS, that's the negative feminine. That's the earthly, the physical feminine. And if you don't give me an allegory, I'm going to ask you what's the allegory. And if you still can't answer, then I'm going to delete the post. Or I'll explain it for everybody. And I'll ask you not to post anymore until you can figure it out. It's very simple. But everyone's in such a hurry. Everyone's stuck in the physical. Everyone's got such a hurry to get, gimme, drive through truth, Kate. How do I save myself in the universe? Save me. No, I'm not here to save you. Okay, here's the two deals that everybody got into. I'm going to make it real clear, real quick. Real honest, right? The nest. Remember the golden nest that I'm trying to kick your sorry little fledgling birds out of? Get out of my nest. You're shitting all over it. Okay? Time to go and fly all by yourself. I got to tell you about my dream last night, too. Oh, my God. It was awesome. Full lucid, full control, flying, and all the rest of it was awesome. I love those. Okay, so where was I going? I was sort of bitching about. It's just a lot of guys scrolling. It's like I want to see you, the gods, creating your reality instead of having it defined for you. So here it is: the two traps that mankind gets caught with, and they're perfect. They're really, really cool. Watch this. Okay, religion, especially Christians. I love this. Ready? What do they want you to do? Well, they want you to take Jesus as your personal savior, to give yourself to Jesus. Okay, that's a hell of a contract. I'm going to give all to a religiocosis chosenitis viewpoint. Okay, or you have the other option. They don't get you there. They'll get you with the commerce, where you'll sell your soul to Satan. Actually, closer to Saturn. That's what a Saturnian is. Saturn ion. Okay, Sat is. Listen to Savant's work. He's talked about this before, and he just covered it again. Sat is the original. Well, Urn. Well, you keep ashes in those, don't you? So if you want to stay with the dead, then you will stay with the god of the dead, the Saturn, or the Saturn ions. it's entirely up to you. I just don't want to do that. I chose my own contract. I will not let anyone define my reality. For anyone new listening, well, this might be a whole new cupboard full of cupcakes for you. It's all in the sound, everything. The universal law is sound. Phoenician. By definition or definition. You're either of Phoenician or not of Phoenician. It depends on your intent. And you will only start to regain your intent when you start taking a little scalpel to every word. And guys, I have talked about this so many times in so many different ways. And all I'm going to... So what I've done then, by doing that, just by doing that, you've broken all the rules. And all of the spells that you were bound with someone else's intent contained within the sigils. Now you make them your own, as you define them. And you'll find eventually that Psi, L, Ents is God mind. You got to make the L and the E silent in golden. Psi is spirit, L, power of intent, Ent, mind. Spirit, power of intent, mind. That's what silence is. That's why you hear them talk about celebrating Lent, okay, L-Ent, the intent of mind. Well, whose mind are you lenting? Or lending? A T can sound like a D, right? Stock market traders, Benedict Arnold traders. Did you really emphasize that? What was your emphasis? Right? Which syllable? Break the rules. Start breaking the words. Start breaking the letters. Start breaking the spell. Once you get the concept, you only have to get the concept. That's the joy of this. You only have to break the contract in your mind. If there's still something, attaching you to anything, I don't know about you, but one thread that you may look at, and I won't get into particulars here, but this was the one thread I saw connecting one person with one thing, a PayPal account. Well, if you have a PayPal account, what are you saying? Oh, sorry, you say PayPal. I'm going to let that sink in. Yeah. Magic, isn't it? I'm trying to give you the keys back. You want the keys? You want to come dancing with this girl? I'll take you dancing. I'll take you to the stars. That's where I live, and it's a beautiful place to be. And it really is quite simple. It is so simple. Psi M pull, plea. Yeah. I have microcosm from the macrocosm. I don't listen to the crow cause from the dead crown corpse. If you give up, this is the thing, if you give up any agreement to the legal dead fictional world, and I do mean any, or do you prefer the isness of yourself? And I have to remind everybody that God is not light. Okay? Now, excuse me, when you're Jesus, the je suis, when you put yourself, the I, back into Jesus, that's when you become the I am, the Aryan, the true Aries. You're all Aryan, duh. It's just a clue. Right? When this character, je suis, Jesus, Jehoshua, whatever you want to call him, when he told you that God is light, well, I guess that all depends on what your definition of is. I remember a certain Bill Clinton saying that. He was absolutely right. I just had to bring it into the now for you. Just like George Bush said it, the Constitution is nothing but a goddamn piece of paper. He was right. And if you think that a piece of paper is going to save you, you're still missing the point. You're still crutching physical reality. Do you need a piece of paper to prove that you're married to someone? Or did you actually, ask and were agreed with? That's the contract. As soon as you agree to anything in this reality, you are in full fucking contract with it. Do you want to go to the movies? No. Oh, no contract. Do you want to go to the movies? Yes. Contract. Do you want to drive with a license? Yes. Contract. Do you want to drive without a license? Yes. Which contracts are you choosing? This game is unfolding so fast right now. I mean, hell, we got the Chinese that have just completely gutted the Fed Reserve notes, that is an allegory, anagogically, of the divine feminine being returned. I mean, hell, you saw the two doves that were attacked. This is a prime example. One was a seagull, or the sea cull, because G can be a K, can be a S, can be a PH, can be an F. I've talked about all this. Remember, Phoenician. Break all the rules, then use all the rules. That's a singularity, right? And there's no way you can put that in words. You just get it. But that's really it. You break all the rules so you can use all the rules. Are you following someone else's rules of how you have to spell a word? Or can you spell a word like, I don't know, bear. Let's do the word bear. That's what dropped into my noggin, so I go with the flow. Bear. B-A-R-E, or B-E-A-R, or B-A-Y-E-R. You might remember the aspirin. I can take any word and expand it to whatever I want it to be.